is the Tigreal. If they want to really be applying pressure instead and be aggressive, they can go for the Jawhead Lucas combo at the center of the map. So I'm looking at either those two, Lucas or the Tigreal for JP. I wouldn't want to see something passive like a high loss. I'd want to see something that pushes the pedal to the metal. If they can't counter the aggro, then they be aggro themselves.
Yeah, or a Badang could also be a viable option for JP. But I remember the last time Aurora went against TNC. Nice that you mentioned this, that the chip could really be a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah,
like I always feel like the chip is a double-edged
And they
sword.
actually lost with a lineup of Chip and Suyo
Yeah,
versus TNC Pro Team week 7 last day. So
this guy's not getting anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're like,
That's Ron.
is that
Hottie.
Ron?
Yeah, that's Ron. That's Hottie.
Hottie, you
He can
are.
afford to do this.
Hey, just stop now while you can, man. He had 37,000 diamonds, by the way.
don't go down the rabbit hole, Ron. No.
Ron.
He is the rabbit hole at this point.
Let the man be happy and
Ron.
feel fulfilled.
Badang gets taken out, by the way, by Aurora.
Okay, there. So you're forced out with a take jaw hit for JP later on, but they go with a Navaria for Sanji.
Stop while you're ahead. The camera just cuts off, by the way. They're like, Ron hasn't got anything in about 10 pulls. Yeah, we're cutting the camera. So now we're in the second phase here. Navaria does get picked up for Tlphvs.
Yeah. Ooh. Could be good, could be bad. Actually, both of them have, that's one of the things about a Navaria comp. Could be good, could be bad. Same thing goes for the chip. Because a Navaria without the early game crowd control, susceptible to the invades coming in from Aurora. While of course the chip, once he gets his ultimate, double-edged sword, it can go either really good for you or really bad. Edith for Edward, pick up a Valent. Sicilian could be okay. For you, nice.
Oh,
Let's go for Farsa. Excuse me. Oh, wow. That's very suffocating is the draft of Aurora. While Liquid are still going to hammer down in their team fight, skirmish-focused play.
Yeah.
Similar to game number 1, Aurora could play for the macro very well, while Team Liquid will just try and make the map feel small with the presence of the Navarian God of Kacha. However, the Chip and the Farsa do the same thing.
Yeah, having one of the strengths over the other like we had in the previous game 1, where they both serve almost nearly the same purpose. I would just say maybe a little bit of an advantage, again, that you can play with a Chip and a Moskov when it comes to the macro here. You're not going to see much of a difference between the rating, though, for both of these teams, but there is a lot of early potential, I would say, for Tlphvs.
Yeah, early to mid-game and even the late-game potential, it goes very well right now for Team Liquid Philippines. Dare I say, Aurora, them to execute their lineup, it's tougher to execute compared to the lineup of Tlphvs.
Yeah.
Yes, the Harith will have to dance around a lot of things. There's a lot to check also for Liquid, but they have one of those lineups
to
that can be
Mobile
just like
Legends.
press buttons, win. Aurora, like press buttons with a lot of calculating in between to decide if it's actually the right time to do the thing.
We'll see if they can press the buttons and win this one. It's a match point right now for Tlphvs, looking to get that top seed further if they go ahead and sweep here. Will it be Tlphvs or will Aurora take us to a game 3 in this game 2 already? There's best of 3. Whoa, Yue.
Oh,
So low.
similar to what happened to game number 1, but in this case, it's now Tlphvs
Sanji?
with the momentum. And now going back to Renmar's point, for Aurora, it could also mean or spell disaster for Ren and J if ever the shortcut will be countered out immediately by Tlphvs. So let's see how they're going to pull it off. Because again, for Tlphvs, it's honestly just Sanford go for the backline, divide and conquer Aurora once again, and let Oheb dance on his dance floor.
Oh, the crab coin went to Sanji there, able to get that with a Star Shatter that delays the farm of Demon Cat by just a bit. Katizi will be hitting level 4 just in time. Team Liquid also drafted one of those drafts that just after a win like that they worked for, they can win this fast, around 15 to 16 minutes. If they're, if they're being disciplined about it. Could be 13 if they just want to go crazy and just continue the aggression and Aurora can't deal with it. But one of the things that they have in their draft that sort of makes Tlphvs think a little bit more about being aggressive is the Edith. Of course, Primal Wrath, a full charge of that, is one of the biggest turnaround tools that you have in the game right now.
Yeah.
So Edward's timing here is going to be key.
Especially with the old war cry
Oh, yes.
Emblem that he's running here. So this turtle is up. We're going to see how the team fighting works out for both the teams too. Tlphvs, you know, this is any time, especially early game, you have to deal with this Tlphvs that a lot of times 1v3s and holds his own as he goes for Edward. Renegades around the corner. Turtle's going to be worked on though.
They might just try to concede it instead as Tlphvs will secure the first turtle. Sanford was able to flicker out, might be able to take down Renegade also, and Sanford punishes them. But here comes the clapback though as Tlphvs goes in right after Edward. That's a 2-kill swing plus turtle for Tlphvs.
This is what we were talking about. Team Liquid drafted a lineup that wants to dominate early on, and they need to. Aurora's lineup, when scaled, is very good at long team fights, considering their ultimates can extend team fights even more, while Team Liquid Philippines, if they don't have their ultimates, team fighting for them is going to be a big struggle.
Yeah,
look at the Lucas, look at the Harith.
Yeah, that's why they play around that advantage of this early game, you know, when we were talking about the compositions there that they have. But also, even to an extent, having a Revitalize that Aurora doesn't really have kind of covers that base for Tlphvs right now. So like you mentioned, Renmar, the game plan is if they can end the game quick, you know, without the game kind of extending way too long, like in game 1 where we saw a 26-minute game, then Tlphvs can play with that advantage. But Aurora might even look to just go ahead and farm up and hope to get to the later stages game. First items aren't being locked in just yet, but they're getting close as Aurora just goes and looks to kind of stop the gold lead from going out of hand here, because it's already based off that, you know, initial team fight and those couple of kills. You're already almost looking at a 2K deficit if you're Aurora here. So it looks like they'll just go ahead and try to rely on keeping Dome and Kite farming up, doing his thing like we saw in the previous game, to a point where he can just go ahead and push some of those side lanes open. But Oheb has played this matchup so many times that it might be a little bit more difficult for Dome and Kite to actually do that on the Moscow in game 2.
Okay. Good duel right here. Oh, good pressure by Liquid on the Edith.
Okay, flash combo coming in from Tlphvs as Sanford goes in with Infernal Pursuit. Here comes the
God.
Primal Wrath coming in from Edward. They might try and go for Sanford. Unleash the Beast coming in from Tlphvs. Forced out the flicker already, but Yue goes in with Feathered Airstrike. Sanford still was able to Infernal Pursuit and bring down Demon Kite. There's the trade they're waiting for. Sanford is still alive! And now goes in again with the Infernal Pursuit, but Yue this time punishes Sanford.
Oh my God, how does, again, Sanford stayed alive for so long.
Yeah, that was a big trade. Aurora lost Demon Cat and Edward. But that was Team Liquid getting some wins there.
Oh, Renegade.
Some losses. Oh no, Renegade. Oh,
Maybe?
too much.
Too much.
Oh, an overzealous play from Daddy.
The basic attack went to the tower instead of Renegade. Unfortunate there for JP. Could have been enough, but with the increased defense provided, the damage reduction provided by the turret, even if the basic attack landed from the Gatot Kacha, that wouldn't have taken Renegade down. But still, that buys time, that buys space, as Liquid will be able to get this turtle without a problem.
Yep, they're gonna trade it though. Turtle goes in the hands of Tlphvs, but a turret goes down as Demon Kite pushes that bottom lane. So that's what you expect from them after that team fight all broke out anyway.
Great trade, great macro respect here by Aurora. Yue was a hero, by the way, in that last engagement that Sanford held on, but eventually he got taken out. Another shortcut up top. Aurora goes top!
They want to go for Sanford, and all the combos just connecting onto Sanford. That was too much for him to handle. Now concealed in a potential tower takedown, but JP still goes in. He wants to defend. AOG already cast it down as Tlphvs goes for the backup. Here comes the Unleash the Beast, working on Demon Kite, but Yue counters out with a Feathered Airstrike. Here comes Sachi from the back. Almost got Demon Kite over there as JP still going on. Here's the extended team fight Aurora is known for with their lineup, and they're going to be able to take down the Daddy.
Good discipline, great discipline. Okay, by Aurora. Instead of fully letting go of that sequence, they just went back a little bit out of the range of the tower, then re-engaged, eventually being able to stop Team Liquid Philippines' attempt to defend that tower. It even costed them JP's life.
Yeah, and it was so close because Demon Kite barely got away. He had a sliver of health.
Bird goes in and immediately bursts down Demon Kite. Forced out the Feather Edge coming in from US. They bring down Sanford, but that was the trade. An XP laner for a gold laner.
Dark wave flicker by Sanford to start things off. The moment he saw he had an angle onto Demon Kite, what a play by the Apex Predator.
He had some revenge in mind after what happened to him up top, man, with the shortcut, because that might be the answer. You know, that's one of the only ways you're going to be able to take down a Tlphvs, bring up the squad through the shortcut, and so Sanford goes and punishes. And it's Demon Kite that they get too, so that's a good pick off. Now for Oheb, he hasn't gone down yet. He's been able to go ahead and farm up. He kind of just has to do that. Oh, Renegade.
Now here comes the whole squad of Aurora. A while ago it was for Sanford, Sansan brother Sanford, now on to Sanji in a perfect timing as one member is down for Tlphvs for the final turtle take.
Oh, look at the push up top too.
Domingkite having the time of his life, just going for the towers. Here comes the feathered airstrike from UWeb, but Tlphvs will secure the turtle, plus the kill onto Renegade and to Edward. Everything falling down for Aurora. Even the Spear of Destruction isn't gonna connect in a 3-kill swing for the Cavalry.
Double kill for the young goat. He won the Retribution battle as well, giving them the shield to fight even more. Tlphvs has been killer on this Lucas for the entire series so far.
It's crazy to think that we were so adamant on Lucas in the jungle not being, you know, that great just a few weeks ago. And now in the hands of Tlphvs and even Demon Kite when he played Lucas in the jungle, I feel like the idea of that has changed a little bit. Oh, mid lane, they're going to try to hold it down.
Good cast of the ultimate coming in from Sanji as they trying to burst down Edward. Already forced out the flicker plus the ultimate, so 2 major expenses expended already for Aurora, and Demon Kite's not even done as Tlphvs will try and secure and seal away the the shockwave blast! I'm speechless.
I'm gonna put this now. That's the perfect skin for the young goat on the Naruto.
It is, and again, man,
oh no. Renegade got spotted out. Will he cast the ultimate though? They're trying to chase for him. 4 members. AOG even already committed. And they're going to burst down to Hitman immediately. Got spotted out by Tlphvs.
Oh, meanwhile, Demon Kite's going to go ahead and just push this tier 2. There's nothing else that they can do, so Aurora might as well get some turrets as they lead in to the next Lord here. The first Lord of the game is 30 seconds away, but right now they're losing these battles. So they're just playing around, pushing across the map, getting what they can, and they might be in a position to go ahead and contest against this Lord, despite, you know, how some of these pickoffs have been happening as TLPH continues to work on that. Oheb, though, hitting a big power spike, gets the Holy Crystal now, locked in. He has farmed up so much. He's about 1,000+ gold ahead of Domingkite, and that's why he's so devastating in these team fights when TLPH decides to go in and fight. So they know they have this kind of advantage and firepower. They'll start up the Lord here. Domingkite still up top, pushing in on the top side. Here comes Renegade.
Spear of Destruction is going to connect, but they spotted out Renegade immediately, already forced out the flicker, and from the back, here comes JP with the AOG. Sanford quite low, but Oheb dancing in the middle, taking on 3. He's going to bring down 2, making 3. Yue already trying to escape as Tlphvs chasing after him. Unleash the beast. The baby cakes duo on a monster kill.
It's 7, 1, and 5 for Carl. Team Liquid, feel it. Team Liquid can grasp it. Are they on the way to securing top 1 at the end of the regular season?
Just like you said, they want to take this composition. They want to go ahead and end this game fast. 10.5 minutes into this first Lord pushing in. The way TLPH has been fighting, they could possibly at least expose the entire base here. If they somehow get a decisive win in the team fight department, they might even end the game off this push. So we'll have to see. Aurora has great clearing with this composition. They've got a Farsa. They've got the Moskov that can help clear out, even the Edith. So they shouldn't lose this game just yet. They're going to send Demon Kite up top. They might still go ahead and try to play into that. The Lord now on the bottom side with TLPH. They might have to send someone back, but Demon Kite's still up there. Here's the Force under the bottom turret.
Okay, Renegade can use the ultimate just to bring back Demon Kite as TLPH will secure an inhibitor turret takedown onto the bottom lane.
Liquid have just been mint. We discussed their condition and they've been able to pull it off. Aurora have been able to trade kills. But the sheer firepower that Liquid has in their early to mid, and even, again, going back to the stats, their late game potential through the roof. Aurora are just trying to outsmart and out-trick them right now with macro yet again. Let's see if it gets dragged on even more. Or will Tlphvs pull out another goated performance?
Good cast of the
JP.
ultimate paired up with an AOG. They're going to burst down Yue once again. Edward and Primal Wrath forced to back out as Demon Kai working on Sanji. He's going to be able to take him down, but here comes the comeback coming in from CLP. It's going to bring down Demon Kai. And a crucial kill for 40 once again. Aurora left to defend with 3.
The 2-for-1 trade, 3 into the base for Aurora. Can they defend against this push from TLPH?
4v3.
Onto the middle lane. Edward doesn't have his ultimate. They're trying to go for Mr. Consistent. Already cast out the Salmon Force to bring him down. Renegade next on a chopping block. Might be a potential wipeout. Yue forced out the feathered airstrike already. And they were able to clear out the minions. But OM calls TD. They want to go for more. Sandberg jumps in with the Infernal Pursuit. 1 minion card left. And top 1 spot secured by the Cavalry.
TLPH makes it happen with a